Hello, welcome to VMware Explore Barcelona 2022. So I'm very happy to be presenting today. My name is José Cavalieri. I'm a lead consultant for CNA in ITQ, and I have the pleasure to me together with Valentina today. So, hello, Valentina.
Hello everyone. Thanks for having me.
Yeah. So please, Valentina, can you tell who are you and what do you do in VMware?
Of course, happy to. So my name is Valentina Alaria. I'm a Senior Director of Product Management at VMware. And I really look at the portfolio of offerings that we build to help applications teams be successful on their journey towards cloud native applications.
I love cloud native applications, so CNCF is my day. I have seen a lot of things about you, Valentina. So can you just tell me what you most love in doing in VMware and your current job?
Yeah, totally. What I like the most is that I get to spend a whole lot of time talking to users and organizations around the world. And I learn about the challenges that they face on a day-to-day basis, and I understand about the opportunities that we have as VMware or the partners community to help them achieve their business outcomes. I really then bring a lot of these requirements back to my engineering counterparts, and we build great products and solutions. So it's a whole lot of fun, and I've been working on the CNCF community and related technologies for a number of years, always at that intersection of open source and commercial, and thinking through how we bring the value of open source communities to enterprise customers, harden it, that experience.
And are you more involved with the entire Tanzu portfolio or more with TAP?
I'm responsible specifically for Tanzu Application Platform and Azure Spring App Enterprises, which are our two offerings that are targeted at that application teams section of a customer organization. So the idea there is that once you have your Kubernetes environment set up, you then want to start thinking about how do you actually get applications to production, right? How do you take code and turn it into an app that it's running that translates into business value? So I do a whole lot of things to help that developer persona as well as the platform operator create value internally for the developers.
Yeah. And now that we are talking about TAP, I was the pleasure to have seen your presentation today in VMware Explorer. So it was about platform, do or not do a platform. So can you tell a little bit more about your presentation and what do you would like to present to our colleagues that's watching us today about what's the key takeaways from that session and also from the future platform that you're going to build?
Of course. So the session was really about whether to platform or not to platform. And the idea there was should be building an internal developer platform something that every single organization takes on or not. And so to think about it, right, I was reading a recent Gartner survey, and what they were sharing is that by 2025, 75% of organizations that have a platform team will actually be offering an internal, they call it developer portal, or internal offering, which is a transformation of thinking about developers as customers and building internal product. 75%, that's a whole lot of organizations, right?
Yes.
And so the question is, should they be building it themselves, or should they be consuming open source technologies, or should they be going down the path of buying a product? And so the way I was framing it in the session is to think about whether building a platform is a core competency of your business or not. Because it's not cheap to actually build a platform, right? You need to find the right talent. And then once you get to that initial incarnation of a platform, like how do you continue to evolve it and support it? And can you retain that talent? Or are you better off purchasing something that is designed to fit your needs, but then really specialize in your differentiated value, which is usually your business application.
Exactly. What we see a lot about customers is when we go to do workshops with them, they say, can you explain CNCF for me? And then we say, okay, which part? Because there is hundreds of tools and applications there. So there is not only one or the other that could fit their needs. So the idea here is more about how we help our customers from VMware to get into the platform, to create their own platform, and also to get on board with their developers to use it in a correct way. Right? I think that's the challenge that we have seen growing and growing in the last 2 years, and now more and more is coming. I think you can confirm that that TAP is there also to help our developers, not only as a platform, but also the developers to make it more secure code and make it more, rapidly evaluation.
Yeah,
right?
yeah. You touched on something which I think it's really important, which is, you don't want to build a platform that is a monolith and two, unable to evolve, right? And so one of the key principles there is that it has to be something that is extensible and modular. It can continue to evolve as new technologies emerge in the CNCF landscape. So that is very, very critical. And the other part is, to your point, like developers are increasingly important, right? Their happiness matters, translates into actual revenue, right? So making them happy is important. So you see developers being treated as customers internally. So you have product managers actually collecting their requirements and tracking them. And really this rise of developer portals, things like Backstage being all the hype in the community. So definitely, it's a very exciting moment for platform teams because they carry a lot of their shoulders, but a lot of the value for the organization.
What I like a lot was the statement, I think, from Scott about not only make your developers happy, but also make your operations team happy, your directors happy, everybody happy as a whole, right? So in that sense, do you recommend something about let's say from more operational side and then a little bit more from the developer side? I know that they need to work together, right? As a platform team, as a developer team together. But do you see more key takeaways from one side or the other?
Yeah, I think from a platform operations perspective, you're absolutely right. We tend to be like, oh, we need to make the developers happy, and then like, sorry, platform guy, or gal, you're gonna have to go and figure out a lot of these things. So you want to make sure that that complexity is not just exposed to the operator, but they need to really be thinking about the unique needs of internal teams, and so being able to find a common way of supporting and operationalizing the platform, but also being able to say, oh, team one, you want something done this way versus team two, you want something a little different. How can I go and support it without building a bunch of snowflakes and yet giving them that unique value, right? So that is really critical from a platform perspective, and really thinking about bringing security from the get-go.
From the beginning.
Security should never be an afterthought,
should
right?
be within the code on the first day.
Exactly. And so really shifting left a lot of this automation, security concerns. But what I like to say is like you're going to shift left when it happens, but not shift left the burden, right? So it's not something that then gets dumped on the developer.
That's
like, hey, it's your job now.
No, security for you.
Exactly, right? So really thinking about how do I shift left, but it doesn't become a burden for the developer. The developer can still be fast and iterative and all of that. And then from a developer perspective, what we see as key is really creating a hub for collaboration. And this is why these developer portals are becoming all the hype, because it's one place where they lend, they can discover, they can collaborate, they can come together, and it makes their onboarding experience a lot smoother, and that translates into retention and overarching sort of just organizational happiness.
For a developer, it's not only need a self-service portal, but there is way more than that, and then the same for the infrastructure team, right? So we in VMware, we really look into the process, into the operations team, to infrastructure team, to developer team, because we don't want black boxes anymore, right? We want to make sure that developers are happy and they can do what they should do, bring the value to the business, and also the business can support their growth. So before we finish, I would like to first of all, check if you would like to talk something else.
I think we covered a lot of the important things. Really, maybe a takeaway from my side would be, building internal platforms will become more and more critical for organizations. So pay attention to what is happening there, to the trends, and really be thinking about experiences for your internal personas, right? And then I think if you focus on business outcomes and their needs, you'll be in good shape.
Perfect. So I would like to thank you, Valentina,
thanks for having me. It was a lot
of fun. So I would like to thank you that is watching now, VMware Export 2022 from Barcelona. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you later.
Bye. Thank you.
Bye.